Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever side of the world you are watching this podcast. So my name is Jesus, and in this podcast we're gonna talk about the climate change. As you know, the impact of the climate change in the air, and the consequence of the climate change, and what we can do to to help the climate change, what we can do to reduce the damage of the climate change in the world. So by beginning with this, we're gonna ask you what is the climate change? What is the climate change, and what we can do to stop the rapidly climate change in the air. So climate change refers to that in the long term in the weather, faster and average temperatures on the air. So these changes are primarily driven by human activity. So that's the point that the climate change is increasing uh, by the human activity. So for that reason, I say what we could do as a human to stop this and to help the earth. So the burning of the fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, deforestation, the industrial process, which release greenhouse gases into the atmospheres. So that causing the climate change. The most significant greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide, but others such as methane, nitrous oxide, um, uh, and fluorinated gases also contribute to the greenhouse effect. These gases trap heat in the Earth's atmospheres, leading to leading to gradual increase in global temperature. So, as a phenomenon known as a global warming. So global warming, we have to be wondering what is and what is happening in our air in the world. So the most significant greenhouse gas is carbon, as I said before. So climate change is driving largely human activities such as burning. So why I say we talk about the fossil? Because the fossil is rising the temperature. So the climate change is become in a rising of temperatures in the air. So global temperature have been steadily increasing due to the release of the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Other thing is the extreme weather events. So we can see that now the weather is extreme because the weather is causing many problems in the earth and in the region that before doesn't occur the extreme events. So the climate change is intensifies and increases the frequency of the extreme weather events such as hurricane, typhoon, droughts, floods, and wildfires. So we can also see that the sea that the level of the sea levels rise. So as a temperature rise, polar ice caps and a glacier melt, leading to increase the sea level. So we had to be warning about that because maybe in one point, so one day, something will cause others strange event in the earth. So we can see that the loss of the biodiversity, the absorption of the sea carbon dioxide by the ocean lead to acidification with negative impact in the marine life. So the fish, all marine life is what I say is living the cues of the climate change or the temperature. Also, we can see the ocean acidification, the absorption of the sea carbon dioxide by the ocean lead to ocean acidification, which negatively impact in the marine life, as we said before. So the change in the agriculture, this change in the agriculture, this is a very important point because as you know, many countries, the agriculture is one of the most social or fee, for the person, to feeding the person. So the climate change alter growing season, the precipitation pattern and prevalences of the pests or disease affecting agriculture, productivity, and the food security. So the food security of the mankind is causing that many regions have problem of food, to provide food to their people. So for that reason, we have an impact in the health of the people, in the sanity, in the people we have as well. So the climate change contribute to various health risks, including health-related illness, respiratory problems from air pollution, for example. So and the social and economic impact. We have a social and economic impact because the climate change exacerbates certain social inequalities and the economy, disparities, disproportionalities affecting vulnerable populations such as low-income community, indigenous peoples, and developing countries. To be a general, so addressing climate change requires collectively action at a local, national, and international level to mitigate the greenhouse gas emission, adapt the changing climate to be resilient in a vulnerable community. So transitioning to renewable energy. So that because this is the point. What we can do for that? So. The transition to renewable energy sources, implementing sustainable land use practice, conserving economic system, and promoting climate resistance to infrastructure are crucial steps toward to mitigate the impact of the climate change on the planet. So we have to do something. Everything, always there is something that we could do in this. So there are many ways that we can contribute to reduce climate change in your daily life, for example. Reduce the energy consumption, or to sustainable transportation, reduce recyclable, support renewable energy, for example, consume consciously. So the consume, we can be more efficient with water usage. If close every source of the water now that the water will be conserving, be more efficient, participate in political and community action. So get involved in the local activity and organize that promoted police and action. So to combat climate change, such as tree planting, clean natural areas, and advocating such as sustainable agriculture practice. So I think that they are just some starting idea, to contribute to that, to help with the climate change. Because I think that being more efficient, we usage water, for example, to reduce hot water consumption and avoid water waste, to help decrease greenhouse gas emission associated with water treatment and distribution. As I said before, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So decrease the amount of the waste that you produce, reuse items when possible, right? Reuse them, and recycle materials such as plastic, paper, and gas to help reduce greenhouse gas emission associated with the manufacturing of new products. So there is just something that we can do to help the climate change and to protect our planet Earth, because we are here, we are living, we have children, we have some, so to leave them a better world. But if you don't do something, if you don't stop to do the wrong thing, so one day will be late for us. Thank you for watching the podcast and take care.